What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We are live streaming right now, and we have our first pirate archetype here. Yes, you heard right, pirates. We've had ninjas. People have begged for pirates forever. It looks like these might look like bandits or warriors at first, but it seems pirate based, and it's called the Skyfang Brigade. Now, this is out of a set labeled DBDS. I don't know what that stands for yet. Maybe somebody in the Twitch chat will be able to tell us throughout this recording what that actually means. But let's go ahead and review these cards. I've been able to go over most of these once already. I haven't gotten to the dragon, the spell, or the trap, so should be interesting reading those together. But each of these cards seem to be able to special summon another one of themselves, like their archetype, not like their actual selves. They're actually restricted from summoning another copy of themselves. So you'll get what I mean when I read this out. Blavo, fighter of the Skyfang Brigade. He's a fire reptile, effect level for 1900/200. You can only use this card's name's first and second effect once per turn each. Hard once per turns on these cards. During your main phase, you can special summon one Skyfang Brigade monster from your hand except Blavo, fighter of the Skyfang Brigade. So that's what I mean by you can summon another one, but not themselves. And it's not an on-summon effect, so you're able to use these effects throughout the turn to fill your field up. And considering you have so many different names, this might be pretty good with the Troy mares. Its second effect is if another Skyfang Brigade monster is special summoned to your field while it's already face up, you can activate this effect. All Skyfang Brigade monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense until the end of the turn. It's kind of a booster effect. Seems like it'll go more with your monsters to help you get over things you originally wouldn't. But it's not the worst effect to have. Beat is definitely your starter card here. Beat Swordsman of the Skyfang Brigade. It's the best one I've read so far. He's a level 3, 1200/500. You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. The first effects allows you to special summon anything except for Beat that is a Skyfang Brigade monster. And it doesn't have a level restriction to note because I know there is going to be one big boy up in here. The second effect is if another Skyfang Brigade monster is special summoned to the field while this is face up, you can add a Skyfang Brigade monster from your deck to your hand except for Beat. So this allows you to first special summon another, and then when it's special summoned, you grab another out of your deck. The one that you have now summoned will allow you to special summon the next. So Beat, effectively, with any Skyfang Brigade monster, is allowing you to get up to 3 monsters on board and control what your third one is. He's the ultimate starter for the deck, period. I really like him. Him, not so much. You might see him teched like a 1 or 2 of, depending on how many names you need. Next, we have the cute little critters that show themselves on the pirate ship themselves. These little cat pirates that look so cute. So, we've got Recon, Sky Scout of the Skyfang Brigade. It's a level 2, 100/500, and you can only use the effects hard once per turn. First one lets you special summon any other besides itself. The second effect, if another Skyfang Brigade monster is special summoned to your field while this card is already face up, you can target a set card on the field and destroy it. So any set card's taken care of. And similarly, Marksman is going to let you target any face-up card on the field and destroy it. Marksman, that's an interesting name. I didn't even make that correlation. Marksman pops card, still weird. But it's definitely cool to see you able to take care of face-down and face-up options. But they're hard once per turns each. And it's by this card's name, so it's not like you could summon another one, use the effect. You're only able to use each effect once to continue through. So that's why you might be using a lot of these names. You might be forced to play more than one of this lizard. You definitely want to... This is a 3 of easy. I'm not quite sure on these guys yet. So our trap and spell, I have not gotten to read these yet. This is my first read through with you guys. Skyfang Brigade Training. A continuous trap card. You can only activate the effect of this card with this name once per turn. If a Skyfang Brigade monster or monsters you control is destroyed by battle on an opponent's... okay, I'm going to restart that one. If a Skyfang Brigade monster or monsters you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect. So, not by your opponent's attack, you're able to ram to get this effect. You can target one of those monsters, special summon a Skyfang Brigade monster from your deck whose level is lower than the original level of that monster. So, I don't like this card. It depends on your opponent's card having a level. It kind of depends on you either ramming into your opponent, so it depends on them having a monster and a level on that monster. I just don't think this card's that good overall. It seems very lackluster to me. But we have a field spell, and it's the ship. I like field spells. They usually bust a deck open. Let's see where Dragon Airship Phandra is going to get us. This could make or break the deck. Before you draw, during your draw phase, you can add one Skyfang Brigade monster from your deck to your hand. It doesn't say it replaces the draw. Before you draw during your draw phase, you add. So this card has to last a turn is the problem with that. But you could use like Metaverse to like escape your opponent. I suppose the trap card that lets you put a field spell on the field. You're able to put it face up, right, with Metaverse? This, having to last a turn is rough. Let's read the second effect. If you control 5 or more different Skyfang Brigade monsters, which doesn't seem the hardest thing in the world, you can send this card in your field zone to the graveyard. Destroy all cards your opponent controls, but your opponent takes no damage until the end of this turn. So there goes the meme. You still take the damage. You're no longer taking any damage, but at least it's until the end of the turn. It's not just Raigeki. It also wipes their back row. It destroys all cards. Not the hardest condition to fulfill, but with an opening 5, it does seem to be rougher. You have the search. You'd have to have kind of the perfect setup to do this, and you're already using these two to pop cards as it is and get rid of problems. So I feel like you're not using that effect too much, and the first effect, so if this were a DP Yugioh skit, Sonic would be going, "You're too slow." Like, it feels just too slow. It's not going fast like Sonic. It's cool that it nets you extra advantage, but you have to wait a whole turn if you're putting it face up on the field. If you're using Metaverse, I mean, you could beta back row removal and get this. That's kind of cool, but it's too slow. The trap is disappointing as well. So far, the most exciting thing is their Searcher monster. Everything's actually extremely balanced. It's just not feeling as good anymore. No, I'm not going to miss the boss monster, GCD. I'm scrolling on down to it. It has a lot of text. All right, we have got Lafaro, hero of the Skyfang Brigade, a light dragon, effect level 8, 2800. So I do believe any of the cards are able to summon it. There's no like level restriction. You special summon any Skyfang Brigade monster with any of these effects. So it should be relatively easy to get out unless it has a restriction. You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn. If this card's special summon, you can activate this effect, excavate cards from the top of the deck equal to the number of Skyfang Brigade monsters you control, except for himself. Add one of the excavated cards to your hand and shuffle the others into the deck. That is broken. That's really good. So you can special summon them with any, then you get to excavate further and kind of just pick one. That's a really good effect. Let's see if the second effect is a negative or a good. When an opponent's monster's effect is activated, quick effect, you can discard a Skyfang Brigade card, negate the activation. It doesn't say to and destroy it, but that is pretty spicy as well. That I like. This card is all around solid. It mixes so well with the rest of the archetype. It's unfortunate that it's a hard once per turn, so you're not just able to like flood the field with these and just pop off with them, but that brings the archetype around just a little bit better. I actually really like this card. It looks good. It feels good. Its effect is just right. Oh man, so it definitely gains advantage the later you play it in the turn, but you're wanting to dig for that card perhaps earlier. It's a free +1 that's going to be strong. Like you're already going to have at least a minimum of 1 when you special summon him. No matter what, you're adding a card to your hand, it feels like. Ooh, that is a spicy, yeah, you're right. It's a broken boss monster. That is the goo right there. So between these cards, he's the best now. You're playing 3 of him. You're playing easily 3 Beat. Beat is an awesome card. Wow, I really like those 2 cards. The rest of the archetype is somewhat subpar. These are mid fuel clearers, which are actually good. I understand why their stats are so low. I'd love to see a Link monster for this archetype. They can like suck these up after they've used their effects and become like maybe you know, different versions of them more grown up as Link monsters, because their pop effects are really good transitional pieces, but then you need to turn them into something. I guess we have that Bladefly coming out. These are both wind, but the rest of the archetype are all different types. Yeah, he's a light. So we've got lights, we've got winds, we've got fire and earth. What are we missing there? Earth, fire, wind, water, heart. We're missing water. All right. That's I always do the Captain Planet chant to see what we're missing in an archetype. And water would definitely seem to go with pirates, but This is good. This is a good start. I hope this isn't all. I hope it's not like... Magic Bullets, I think, had more cards than this by far. So this seems to be a special set, DBDS. I'm guessing it's like a duelist pack-like thing, or not the next main core set. But I'm enjoying this Pirate Archetype. It's solid. These not so much. This gets a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 card. These aren't that broken. These fit in really well. I'm going to give these like 7.5, 8 out of 10s. They're really good transitional pieces. And with the new Bladefly Link monster coming out, they fit right in. He's really good. He's a 9 out of 10 card, easily. A really good searcher for the deck. Well constructed. Good job, Konami. This is a nice Pirate Archetype. And I think that's it. GCD says the release date for Japan, February 21st. By the way, shoutouts to Grand Shovel Dungo. He's a great YouTube if you haven't checked him out. Do we know what it's called? The set is called Deck Build Pack Dark Savers. Is that the entire name of the pack there? I know this video is going to run on just a bit longer, but I'm going to click GCD's link here. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Deck Build Pack Dark Savers. Interesting. And it looks like we've got more cover cards coming. Some Evangelion looking stuff. That's pretty exciting as well. So thanks for watching, everybody.